Howdy y'all, Dean Satilli here from the official home of unofficial Grateful Dead and music news. Happy New Year! Here we are, 2020, day 1 of 2020. This was a bit of a fun run here for all of us together. I want to dedicate this one to Liz Hamlin and Mike Ayersman, folks that have been following along with the reviews and stuff for a while. Mike graduated from his assignment here on planet Earth on Christmas Eve. All my love goes out to you, Liz, and to Mike's family and your families. All my best, all my love. May his memory bring you comfort as you walk through this time, but know that my love is with you. So let's get right to it. We're there. One thing about New Year's Eve shows is you can't stream the feeling in the room on New Year's Eve. I've been to enough of them to know that you take the love that exists in any other Dead & Company show, which is pretty big already, you multiply that by 10, and that's what the feeling of love is like inside the room on New Year's Eve. It's just an incredible feeling for anyone who's got a chance to experience that. It's interesting, when I look over the years of New Year's Eve and the Grateful Dead, to me personally, sometimes the experience has lasted much longer. You know, the feelings about the experience has lasted much longer than my memories of the music. I'm not sure they've always been the greatest shows in the world. Don't get me wrong, there's some doozies out there, but not a lot of New Year's shows that are on my regular listening schedule. But the experiences that I've had at them, those memories last forever, and there's many. So anyway, we're getting this thing kicked off. To kick off, you get the midnight hour. It's a fine way to get a New Year's Eve show started. Little Railroad's up next. I'm not sure it was that big. Iko, you get Weir. He's ad-libbing. He's doing his best to do some ad-libbing there with this woman and the contents of her suitcase. Mr. Charlie's up next. I thought this stuff was all played good. I just thought everything was kind of brief, but this is a marathon, so you know you really these guys gotta pace themselves. It's gonna be a long night. So you get the loser, Tennessee Jed, just fine. It's gonna be a relatively predictable night. I think most of the fan base that follows along in any way could probably write down their list before the night started, the songs that were gonna get played. I bet you everybody would have an awful lot of correct answers on their list. It was pretty simple to figure out what they were going to do tonight based on what was left. Sugar E, that takes the crown for the first set. No surprise there. They slayed Sugar E. Probably could have ended it there if they wanted to. You get No Speedway to close the set. He was doing some theatrics and stuff like that during that. So anyway, he's having a good time. Everybody's having a good time. It's going to be a good time. Building's full of love. Band sounds tight. A little bit abbreviated on most of the jams. The Sugar E got a little extra. This is going to be a good time no matter what. You get there. Now here's going to be most of the meat on the bone you're going to catch from the second set, because that's like pretty much a regular second set. And this was great. They come out, you almost know this is going to figure Scarlet Fire, Help Slip Frank, you get one of them. And you get Help Slip Frank while they're there in California rocking Help Slip Frank. You got Fish in Madison Square Garden playing You Enjoy Myself. So at the same time on both sides of the country, you got two incredible bands just playing just these epic pieces of their history at the same time. That was just an incredibly special moment for music and for me personally. That's good stuff. The Slipknot jam got furious. Jeff and John drive that Slipknot jam. That was hot. There was a lot going on. Billy and Mickey swinging like crazy. O'Teal thumping away. Weir clanging his heart out. I mean, that Slipknot jam, that's what you spend time and treasure to show up at these events so you could be in the room when they're making music like this. This was good stuff. Killing it in Franklin's. Franklin's is getting the once over, and there's everyone's favorite Deadhead. See Bill Walton there. He's like Godzilla swatting planes out of the sky back there. Big smile on his face. Everybody loves to see Bill Walton. It's just life is better with Bill Walton. So anyway, estimated, you get, and estimated's a good time. Eyes is just a furious. The jams through eyes are furious. This segment here help slip Frank estimated eyes. Good stuff. Last one I recall is 89 in Philly. That show is a great show. If you haven't listened to, you should. I thought the fall of '89, I think 10/19, maybe something like that. Anyway, helps look Frank estimated eyes. The Hampton, the Warlocks, estimated was the only thing missing from making that a perfect show. When they busted out that help slip Frank, you got Victim instead. Anyway, that's what you got. It was great anyway. So here we go. We're into drums after a furious eyes, jams and eyes, intense, really good stuff there. You get drums. Mickey got his buddy Zakir's there with him. You get space. I think in the beginning of drums, I might have seen Mickey doing some Tai Chi for a second or something like that. He was getting a spiritual center. Great drums. They go into space. Out of space, you get this incredible milestones, just ferocious milestones. They show a psychedelic chef there. He's getting down to it. Standing on the Moon comes up next. He's fumbling through that one. I almost thought he was going to totally shit the bed on the San Francisco line in that one. It would like when someone goes to make a catch and they're bobbling. That's kind of how it was leading into that San Francisco line. Weir makes the catch, pulls off the play. He does get the San Francisco line across. It was close, but he recovered. I'm glad he got that one out. The roar from the crowd was minuscule, really. I expected a bigger roar from the crowd. But anyway, good to hear that. Not Fade Away, you get a little bit of a sloppy start on there. I'm not sure when they're going to start that one off. When they caught up with it, they jammed it just right. So, I don't know if anybody caught this, but some of those jams during Not Fade Away, one of them, things like quieted down and got groovy, and Jeff threw some chords, Gimme Some Lovin' in there. I don't know if anyone caught that, but threw some chords to the Gimme Some Lovin' in there. That was very cool. They ended at that place after Not Fade Away. Weir gives you Hang On. No, we'll be back in a little bit. You get Hang On to end the second set, and we'll be hanging on. So here you go, everybody's waiting. What are they going to do? This is going to be big. New Year's. So here we go, the countdown to midnight. Mickey comes out. He's on the beam serving as air traffic control. You got the Garcias. They're up there in the Dead Air Express. This is fun. This is fun stuff. Excuse me. As Dead Air Express, with the Garcia ladies in it, flying over the crowd. You got your Roaring 20s theme here. Here we are. We're going back to the 20s to celebrate our entry into the 20s of this century. And we got some Roaring 20s dancers, and that's fine. Plane's got the 55 on it, celebrating this year 55 years of All Things Dead. This is fun. Here we go. The countdown to New Year's. So baby New Year's is a naked wavy gravy. That's something we've all been waiting on for a long time. The opportunity to see wavy gravy naked, and finally after all these years we get it. So I don't know whose idea that was, but wavy gravy's naked. Father Time is Bill Walton. This is a good time. And just like Dead and Company, this is perfect. The countdown, the last 10 seconds, the countdown from 10 to New Year's took 35 seconds. This is total Dead and Company countdown, the slowest countdown you could ever hear. Didn't matter. Happy New Year's. Drop some balloons. Get this party started again. This is a good time. Sugar Mags. Billy's there. Lids turned backwards. Retroactively. I was worried when he came out. No lid the first two sets. Got me concerned. I realized it might not be a concern after the first set. They sounded good. They came out. They slayed the second set. The Hat Theory, retroactive. He put that on. Retroactive. My theory, I can make up rules as I go. Anyway, he got the lid turned backwards. O'Teal in full 20s garb. Everyone else kind of just half-assing it or not wearing anything at all. You got Weir. He just wears a vest. He's got that vest. In his dressing room, I think there's just one hanger's just got that vest on it. And anytime he needs a costume, he gets that vest or a cowboy hat, one of the two. So anyway, he got a vest. That's his 20s garb. We get Uncle John's, the Sugar Mags to celebrate midnight. We get Uncle John's up next, and that one found plenty of groovy spots. Kind of melts down there into Scarlet. Now you're going to get Scarlet Fire. This is going to be a good time. They're jamming through. Halfway through that Scarlet, they're finding all the right kind of magic here. There was even like some cool Spanish flavors. I thought in that transition jam they were going to extend the Spanish jam. There was some Spanish jam flavor in the transition. And then you get to Fire. Mayor, he's doing facial calisthenics. He's everybody's just feeling this thing out. Fire is a good time. It just kind of morphs into Sunshine Daydream. Just kind of abruptly morphs into Sunshine Daydream. Everybody's jamming there. Surprisingly, they're showing crowd shots. Crowd's still looking fresh here, a bunch of hours in it, having the time of their lives. This one's a good one. You get Touch of Grey for your encore, and that's it. I was kind of surprised you got one encore, but I mean, you got a whole extra set, so you can't complain too much, but you got the one encore, you got Touch. All in all, I thought a well-played night. I'm certain those that were there, this is a memory that will live with you forever. It's just a great night filled with love. We look forward to an amazing year in 2020. This should be a good one. Start of a new decade. The last one went by awfully quick. Start of a new decade. We'll be in Mexico soon. We're going to celebrate my 50th in Mexico. As I think we're going to try to arrange some kind of party there, maybe on the off night, and celebrate. Love you forever. Happy New Year. We'll talk to you in the future. See you in Mexico.